So hey guys, in this session we are going to see the custom list notification connector and this mark notification connector. So whenever we create a alert, we get a notification over here and it is shown here. So for this you need to click on this show all notification, and then you need to click on this mark all as read. Then this notification will get over from here. Till then it will show here. Now we are going to see this list notification and mark notification. So if I come to this configuration part in the list notification, here if you see, the Cloudhub config is the same that we have used. This is the application name where the alerts got generated, and this is the limit. So here I have a specified -1, which means uh, there is no limit for the notification. For example, we have two limits, and if I specify one, then only one notification will be fetched from there. So for -1, it means whatever the notification and how many notifications are there, that will all get fetched. Then here I have set the status search. So in the status section, I have mentioned the unread part. So if you want to have all, then you can click all, and all the notification will get fetched over here. If you want to read, and similar the unread one. So I just want for the unread one now. So I have configured this part. Then here in this transform component, I'm just transforming this into the JSON format, because the data we will fetch from the uh, cloud, that will be in the Java format. Okay, so I have converted it to the JSON. Then here I am checking whether the size of payload is 0 or not. If it is 0, then I will get a default response. In the default response, I have specified that no notification found. So if the size of the payload is not equal to 0, then in the logger, so here I'm just converting this part into a text plane. So why I'm converting into the text plane? Because whenever we debug this application, so how this notification will get fetched from the cloud. So there is proper URL for that, and in the URL at last we have a URI which will have the notification ID. So that notification ID will not be type of a string. So for that we have converted into that text plane. Then in the mark notification, I have configured, I am passing the notification ID and I'm marking it as a read. So we have option here read or unread. So I have selected read over here, and then I will click on save. And the final response, I'm writing the response that whatever the notification we have read with the ID and the message. So as we have already deployed this application, so we'll go to the Postman. We have the same URL. So I'll copy this part. I will go here. This is the custom notification. We don't need this one. So let me, yeah, so here we have this list notification. So I will paste it over here. And this is the cloud URL, and this is the endpoint that I'm going to hit. Okay, we don't need to pass anything uh, in the body section, because we are not expecting anything. And if I show you, now this is in the red symbol, and we have these two alerts. Now if I click this API, click on send, so it is saying notification marked as read. So we had two notification. First one is this. So this is the notification ID, and if we pass directly to the URI in the URI format, then it will give me an error that illegal character is there because of this double inverted comma and the message. So if you remember, we gave the message here, congratulations, there is an error. So we created two alert, the test2 and test1. So both the ID, both the notification or the alert got as a read marked. So if I now go to here, see this red color symbol got over from here. Okay, so we don't have any notification here. Go back. Okay. So in the history section, now you can see when we created the uh, alert, the history is showing that at 6:17 we created a alert. So in this form, in this way, we can also use the connector. So from here I'm getting the list of notification, and then here I'm marking all the notification as a read. Okay. So in this list notification, I have configured it as an unread one. So whatever the notification we have as unread, I have picked only that one. So based on your scenario, you can use uh, it according to your conditions and circumstances. And now, as we don't have any notification there, we saw here. So now we don't have any notification. See. So now if I hit this URL again, then we'll get no notification found. So I have set it in the default section. Here I'm specifying if the size of payload is equal to 0, then mention that notification not found. Okay. If I debug this application in local and show you how it is working. So let me add a debugger here and let me deploy this application locally. So debug this application and let me go to the Postman and change this URL. Let me copy this, duplicate tab, local host colon 8081. Okay. Our application getting deployed. So as we have removed all the alerts from here, so to check how it is working, we need to first create an alert. So for that, we'll go here and we'll create an alert. So let's I'm creating a alert with message uh, creating alert for debugging purpose. Okay, purpose this is one. I will click on this send. So one alert got created. Let me create another one also. So two. So I have created two alerts. If I show you, see here we have two alerts, one and two. If I check the mail, so here we got option. Here we got two mails. So the first mail, creating alert for debugging purpose one, and this creating alert for debugging purpose two. Let's test this application locally. So I have run this application in debug mode. So this is the notification that we have created. I have shown you earlier what is the notification. So we have this two notification. Now let's go to the list notification part. So here we have this list notification of the cloud URL. So I'm going to hit the local URL now. So this is the local host. Let's click on this send and go to the Anypoint Studio. So once you click on this send, the debugger will logger at the logger part. We have set the breakpoint. So from here we'll see what are the things that are coming from the Cloudhub. So let's click on the next. So this is a list notification. It will fetch whatever the notification we have over here. So we have two notification here. So see what are the things are coming. So let's click on the next. So once I click on this next, I got size 2, which means we have two notification there. So for the 0 we have all the first notification, then size 1 second notification. If I click on this next, as I have transformed it into the JSON, so here we have this value. So if I copy this value and paste it over here in the body, raw and JSON. So if you see in the message, this is the purpose 2 that I have created and this is the purpose 1. So here you will also see uh, that in the message section we have this part and the custom properties, whatever the properties we have defined. So in the custom properties we were having the key payload, and in the payload I was passing this. If I show you the custom while creating notification, if you click on this create notification connector, so here in this custom properties I have passed payload as a key and then payload. So this thing is coming over here. This payload is key and the payload that I have passed. Okay. So if you see, these were the things that we have sent while creating the alert. Now, so this is the URL that I have got local. This is the port 8080 and API notification, and this is the notification ID. So this notification ID, you can see it over here. Now, if you click on this next, so here I have used the condition. So size of payload is not equal to 0, then it will go into the for each block. In the for each block, I have passed a payload. Okay. Now click on the next. So once you click on the next, the first object will be picked, which have ID this, and the message is purpose to. Let's click on the next. So here in this variable, I have picked the ID of that notification. So it is not in a string format. If you see, the MIME type is the text plate. To just remove the double inverted comma, I have done this part. Now in the mark notification, if I click next, so this notification got marked as read, and let's go to the here. Now if you refresh this part, we'll have only one notification which is marked as unread. So if I click over here, see, the purpose 2 was set at marked read, and now purpose 1 is left. So we'll go here, we'll click next, next, next. Now the second one is also marked as read, and this is the final response that I'm getting. And here I'm removing the variable that I have created earlier, and it is done. So we will be getting the response something like this. These were the alert ID or the notification ID, and we have these both ID we have marked as read. Okay. If you go here, see, the red icon is removed. Now if I refresh this part, here it will show you no unread notification. Okay. Now the same thing I can test it over here. I just need to click on this send, and while going here I will go here. So here the size of payload will come to 0. Now in the default section, it will go here and it will give me a response, no notification found. So in this session, I have given a demo over using this custom alert testing. I have given a demo over this list notification and the mark notification. In the similar way, we can use this. We can use the other one also. Let's go to here. So this is all about the creating custom alert and getting the list of the notification that we have created and how we can mark it as a read from our Mule flow. So this is all about the alert. Thanks for watching this video.